Imagine you're staying in a hotel where your last moments are captured on video. I don't think anyone would imagine that or would want to, but this is what happened to Elisa Lamb. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessie May and I go over true crime and I also do makeup. If you like that type of content, girl, subscribe to me. Elisa Lamb was a 20-year-old college student. She was from Canada, Vancouver. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. She was very bright, full of curiosity, and this story takes place in 2013. So in 2013, she decided to take a solo trip to California and Los Angeles, of course. She booked a few nights at the Cecil Hotel, so that's where she was staying at. The Cecil Hotel, it's very dark. Like, there's so much dark history around it. If you want a full video about the Cecil Hotel, we can definitely dive into that. So the Cecil Hotel is located in downtown LA. We know that this hotel is known for its dark history and its bad reputation and decades of crime, because hello, serial killers like Richard Ramirez, if y'all don't know about that man, he is crazy, a freaking psychopath, literally. So let's get into the day of the disappearance. January 26th, Elisa checked into the hotel. She originally had a shared room, but her roommates were complaining about her odd behavior, so she got moved. And then on January 31st, she called her parents, who were back in Canada, and then that was like the last time they have ever heard from her again. So she was supposed to check out the next day, but she never did. When she didn't call, her parents were panicking. They're like, hello, like, my daughter's in a whole different country, she's not picking up the phone. And her parents contacted LAPD, and then that's when the investigation started. And around 2 weeks later, police, they have released elevator footage of her last sighting. So in the video, Elisa, she steps into the elevator and she just pressed multiple buttons in the elevator, but the door does not close, and she peeks out as if she was hiding from someone. She jumps in and out and she makes like these very odd hand gestures, and at times like it looked like she was probably talking to someone. And the elevator doors, like, they remained open the entire time, which is why it's kind of strange. And this footage, it literally went viral and people were horrified. They had so many questions and they were just confused. I'm like, what the hell? So as the investigation continued, a lot of guests have been complaining about the water. They have been saying that the water pressure was low and the water was turning dark. And some people even said that the water even tasted strange. Maintenance workers finally checked the water tower around February 19th. Inside the water tower, they made a very horrifying discovery. Elisa's body was found floating in the water tank. She didn't have no clothes on and she was literally nude, floating. And her belongings were found near the water. And the autopsy, they ruled her death as accidental drowning. And in her system, there was no drugs found or anything. Like, it was clean. But she did have medication for her bipolar disorder that she had in her system. She did take less than prescribed, so they were probably saying that she wasn't fully medicated for her condition that she had. But there were no signs of physical trauma or anything on her. So according to the official report about her case, they're saying that she got in the water by herself. But here's where things do not add up. Rooftop access was supposed to be locked with alarms, and it wasn't. The tanks are really huge and heavy and really difficult to get into. How did she get up there without help or without anybody noticing? And how did she lift the lid by herself? Because she doesn't look strong. And how could she have closed the tank? A lot of unanswered questions that we have here. So a lot of people believed that she was probably experiencing some psychotic episode. I mean, that could make sense, but at the same time, how the heck she get in the tank? And other people think that somebody harmed her and they just got away with it. Even today, a lot of people argue that the footage that we have or that's on the internet is probably edited. So officially, Elisa Lamb, her death was considered an accident, but there's like too many unanswered questions for us to fully know if that was an accident or not. Was it truly a tragic accident, or did somebody set her up? If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe to me, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and bye.